Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm not gonna waste your time. We already know why we're here. You saw the thumbnail. I know you watched part one. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. All right, so here we have it. We're booking the return trip from Charles de Gaulle back to Atlanta. You see, I'm here, I'm on the Virgin site, and I'm doing my search. So now it's gonna be our one way, because like I said, I didn't book a round trip. So it is what it is. We will get 2 passengers since we already did the one way there, and choose upper class. Let's go ahead and get a search. So now with that, you see here, we got it for 50,000 points per person. But as you can see, the taxes and fees are higher. They're in euros since it's a Virgin Atlantic and they're based over in Europe. But those euros actually translate to $633.60 US. So you'll see here, I'm doing my review, I'm completing my purchase. We're pretty much moving through this and they're reminding me about my travel documents, which is fantastic. And bada bing, the trip is booked. So now with that, we booked the second trip now, even though this is the third one in departure order. Now we need to get back to Florida. So as you can see here, I went ahead and pre-populated everything, and I am zooming in here just so that you can see the redemptions to get from Atlanta back to Palm Beach are pretty good at 8,500 points per person, and that $6 translates to $5.20 a person. No, $5.60 a person. So now as you can see here, that's the 17,000 points, and you have $11.20 in fees. So obviously, since this is a pretty short flight and we got a better redemption than I did with my British Avios to get to Atlanta, we're gonna be using Virgin pretty much to get back home. So you see I'm just running through the choices here. They have, quote unquote upper class options, but I'm not gonna be using that because it's just no point. It's a waste of points. It's a pretty short flight. I've flown it a million fulfillion times, so there's really no need to break the bank here. So as you can see here, everything is done. So now here are the flights and they're ready for me to do a review and pay. So you just verify all your numbers. Now, I've chosen all the seats already. I just cut out a lot of the fluff so that you guys wouldn't have to deal with that, but I just wanted to show you the straight redemption. So I'm gonna hit the review and pay here, confirm everything, and then I'm gonna complete the purchase. Now with that, understand, one thing that goes into these point redemptions is that time is a factor. Depending on when you book could be a great difference in your simple point values. So whenever someone's showing you a crazy redemption, always find out what date they're using to verify the prices. So that's just a thing, because the closer you get to departure, obviously the prices are gonna be higher because the airlines are gonna try to make their money. So just be wary of that, because an okay redemption as it gets closer to the time of departure becomes a fantastic redemption, and sometimes people will use that to brag on it even though they've booked it way in the past. So just please keep that in mind. And I'm just using this loading screen just to, let you know that sometimes that's just how it goes. But for the most part, this booking is fairly done. And when this completes the loading process, we should then get our splash screen and our confirmation, and it should be coming up, and there it is. And once again, to just remind you about travel documents, and it's gonna confirm where it is that I am flying to. So I've left all my record locators out because I haven't flown the trips yet, and we all know that record locators can be used to glean a lot of information. So you definitely want to keep those private until after you've flown, because then they're kind of negated by the airline itself, but you just want to play it safe. But that is pretty much the booking, and I'm gonna go ahead and recap, give you guys the Semper Point totals, and we'll go ahead and close this video out. There's no need for it to be super long, and thank you so much for going on this journey with me. All right, and there we have it. So what we did was we started out with the return trip from Paris back to Atlanta. So like I said before, I didn't book these in order, so that was actually the second trip I booked. And yes, there were a lot more fees. I was pretty excited. I didn't book a straight round trip because I got the first leg for so cheap. I tried my luck with the second leg and, well, had to pay more fees out of pocket. But for my personal situation, that wasn't the worst thing in the world. So I was able to get that flight back for 50,000 less points, but as you can see, it's a lot more money out of pocket due to taxes, surcharges, and fees, but that will all figure into the cent per point. So then also now you see my repositioning flight to get us home from Atlanta back to Palm Beach. I was able to cross-book that with Virgin as well. Very, very, very cheap. It was cheaper than it was to get us up there, 8,500 points per person, plus that magical $11.20 number. So that gets us back home. So now that you've seen exactly how I booked it, let's talk cent per point. So we did the first trip and we already know the numbers from there. You can refer back to the video on that, but I'm gonna give you a comprehensive total anyway. Now you've seen how I booked it, and the cash equivalent, should we have paid out of pocket to get us back to the United States, will be $10,102. Now considering that cash total, if we subtract the fees of $644.80, that gives us our pure value minus the fees that we had to pay anyway. That total being $9,457.20. Now all we have to do at that point is divide that by the 117,000 points that we spent in order to get us back to the US, and we get a cent per point value to return home of over 8 cents per point. It's about 8.08 cents per point, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Definitely makes up for the pitfall on the way there and the excitement that I used to book it, but I think that is definitely a handsome return. Now, all things considered, we have a grand cash total of $18,616.80, which we are going to divide by 302,000 points. Now, the 18,000 already has the taxes and fees taken out, which will give us a total cent per point value of over 6 cents per point to book this round trip from the US to Paris for our anniversary. And for those of you keeping track, the total in taxes and fees come out to $667.20. So the full cash total would be the 18 grand plus that. So that still gives us a fantastic return, an absolutely wonderful return. And I'm really happy about this. So now I want to thank you, all of you, for coming on this journey with us to do this points redemption. And I have to say, I was totally inspired by Luke's points and miles, because while I was running my head into a wall trying to figure out points redemptions, even making, satirical videos, he actually has a great series that gave examples with positioning flights and great cent per point redemptions that he did on his channel. I'll go ahead and link that video here. It was a total inspiration that helped me actually get the ball rolling on this. So please do me a favor and check that out. You will not be disappointed. So comprehensively, when it all comes down to it, we essentially were able to redeem $19,284 worth of plane tickets for an out-of-pocket cost of just under $670. $667 and some change to be exact. Now, with that, if you take that percentage of the entire cost, that gets us right around 3.45 cents on the dollar. I don't know, and I'm sure somebody probably will beat it out there, which I'm totally okay with because I love to see people win, but that is a super win for us, especially on our first redemption. We cannot wait to fly Delta One and hit the streets of Paris, and we are so excited. And I hope that you found some value with this, and if so, please like, share, subscribe. We weren't going to get around that. That was obviously going to be coming, but once again, we are super excited. I cannot say that enough, and thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you liked it. But until next time, I'll catch you later.